Howdy, howdy, folks. Welcome to Grim Gaming. This is Grim. Today is April 19th, 2025, and today we are going to be playing the daily challenge on GeoGuessr. Unlike yesterday, I will actually be uploading this and clicking the publish button before the day is over. I accidentally did not hit the publish button after uploading it yesterday's challenge, so that is now up, but it's a day late and a dollar short. However, today we're going to be continuing our streak, which is currently at 473 days. We will hit 474 today, and yeah, wow, this looks like nobody's been playing it from my friends list. Um, yeah, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started on this. I didn't work all night, so want to try and get some sleep, even though I do have off today. I'm still tired, so we will jump into this. Try to do this fairly quickly, hopefully. No more 20-minute things. But as always, there are five 3-minute rounds. I don't know what I'm saying. Five. God, tired. Five 3-minute rounds. Moving panic zooming is allowed. We will not be moving. Let's jump into this, see where we're at. This looks like either the US or Canada off the bat. Is it no parking? Okay. This is just weird. Having like a no parking zone like in like the middle of this area. It's just weird. I am not sure where this is. There's a stop sign there. Is this whole thing a street, or is it just this paved part? That stop sign is just like so far over that way. So view whole vehicle there. Um, let's see. Not really sure. Can't really tell with the plates either. They are white. Looks like a basketball backboard back there. I'm not sure if it is or not. Really like that truck. I wish I had it. Um, Plates kind of look like they could be like either Ontario or Quebec. Okay, yeah, so hmm, possibly an Ontario plate. I'm not 100% certain on that. Um, that could make sense with the landscape. There's a stop sign there. Quebec would probably have French stop signs as well. Um, hmm, Not entirely certain. I could definitely see it being like a rural area of um, Ontario. Um, Potentially like Thunder Bay or something. Yeah, it's not too. Yeah, we'll go somewhere like Thunder Bay area. Let's go Marathon instead. 'Cause it's fairly small. And it kind of almost looks like it could be like around the big lakes anyway. Wow. Schreiber. Interesting. Yeah. Not quite the correct small town, but Marathon made sense. octagonal pole. It says Mex on it, so we should be in Mexico. It is Spanish, that does help. Not sure there. Mm, more Mexican poles. Taqueria. Looks like it could be southern Mex. Potentially, I'm seeing like these things here. Um, could be potentially Yucatan, Campeche area. We'll go. It's fairly small. Yeah, Tikul area. Yeah, Tikul showed up. We'll go there. It was not Yucatan. It was Tabasco. Actually, a much bigger city than I thought it was. Villahermosa. Villahermosa. Way bigger than I thought it was. Interesting. Alright. Looks like a Taiwanese pole here. This is not a city. Um, or it does not appear to be. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not entirely certain. So we are Taiwan, however, I'm not seeing like huge mountains. We've got some smaller mountains there. Could be like try to find some place to let's see north west is there. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe, and I wouldn't be able to see over there. I'm not sure. Could be over on this side, northwest. Well, obviously, this is too big of a town. I have no idea here. Maybe up a little bit more. You'd see the hills there. I can't see anything west. That's my only concern. Just go central pulley area. It is a small enough island that it should be. Oh shit! Wait, is this yes, Kinman? Okay, this is not someplace I honestly always forget this area over here. When I think of the other islands, for Taiwan, it's just Pingu. Um, I forget that there is this Kinmen thing right off the coast. Wow. That is unfortunate, but interesting. All right, what do we got here? This looks like it. Actually, it could be Spain, maybe, or Italy. Um, it's got like the folded edge sign, but the pretty sure Spain has folded edge sign, but Italy does too, I think, and this makes more sense with Italy. If so, maybe we're close to the Alps over here. Not 100%. Those are northwesterlies. Let's see if I can. Are you guys okay? Yeah, so maybe this is Yeah, definitely not a Spanish bollard. Um, hard to tell where though. Do have wooden poles here. You do see that a lot in Italy, among other places. Not maybe some, not maybe as much in Spain. So it's definitely not going to be Spain. It should just be Italy. Um, we have mountains all the way down to the thing here, but I didn't really see big mountains anywhere but to the north. Like mountains, big chunky mountains. You have some big old granite slabbers there. Um, so like could be somewhere up in this area here. These could be like the Alps or foothills of the Alps. Um, I'm not really sure where this is going to be exactly. If I knew mountain profiles, I could maybe tell. Well, yeah, I think so. Excuse me. Let me just go there. It was. I honestly thought about Vicenza, or like, because it was one of the two things, like Verona, Vicenza. Oh, man, that would have been really nice school right there. Um, okay. Salted cod and creamy sauce. Maybe I could eat that. And some wines. Prosecco. Sweet. Interesting. Let's go next. Right off the bat, this looks like Lesotho. We've got the yellow outer lines, just grassy area here. We will see. We do have the dry stuff here, like a white car. 99% certain this is just going to be Lesotho, Lesotho. Not 100% certain where it is. It's a small enough country. I usually guess somewhere in near the capital. I don't see any reason not to. It was actually Mafting Lesotho. Okay, here too. Interesting. Um, I believe we did fairly well. We had two somewhat off guesses, one fairly far off. I think the Mexico one was pretty far off, and I believe this one here was no, this was actually close. That was pretty close. That was pretty close. That's pretty close. Taiwan was pretty far off, so Mexico and Taiwan pretty far off. I still think we may have gotten close to 20K, not 100%. 22K, almost gold right there. Sweet. Um, it wasn't quite as bad as I was thinking. Yeah, so less than 300 there, less than 200 there. So two right at like 40, 41 miles. So pretty nice there. Did kind of get lucky on here. Um, like I said, it looked kind of like rural, but it looked like an Ontario plate. That was the unblurred, but like at a terrible angle. And I said, with the ruralness, like it just made sense to be around the lake area. Um, so it wasn't the correct city, but got really lucky there on that one. And then I said Lesotho is small enough that the funny thing is I said Taiwan's small enough that it wouldn't matter. Could have gained a few more points by at least guessing on this side, but I never in my wildest imagination would I have thought to guess over here in Kinlan. Um, but it is what it is. Got pretty lucky here too. If I had guessed Vicenza or Verona, the two towns, because literally it was Trento, Vicenza, Verona were the three towns, I guess, that were showing up at that level. Um, could have um like literally just guessed right in here. Would have made sense and would have been a perfect score for that. Not really perfect, but anyway. However, the main thing is that we continued our streak, 474 days, and we did not drop back down to this level here because that would have been sucky. Um, but anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Y'all have a good day and be safe.